Hi everyone, welcome back to the Virtual Pub Quiz channel. My name is Jay. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the host of the Thursday night and now Saturday night Virtual Pub Quiz live here on YouTube. This is today one of our specialist quizzes that we put together during the week to keep you entertained between Thursday and Saturday's live quizzes. Today it's all about the Premier League years in football. Now, I know a lot of people are probably shouting at me right now saying that the Premier League isn't the be-all and end-all of football and that football did start before the Premier League was going. I'm fully aware of that. I'm a football fan. I know my history with my personal club that I follow. So yeah, rest assured, I will be doing a pre-Premier League football quiz at some point, hopefully over the next week or so. We'll make sure it's in the schedule. But for today, we're just going to concentrate on the Premier League years. 10 questions as always. Hopefully there's something in there. And again, Premier League, there's loads of scope and loads of possible questions that I could have put together. So we'll probably do a few more of these as well, as I'm looking to do with a lot of the categories that I've already done so far. So anyway, let's get started then with today's questions. So question number 1. Which manager said this? And I tell you what, I'd love it if we beat them. Love it. So which manager said this? I tell you what, I'd love it if we beat them. I'd love it. Question 2. Who currently holds the record for the most consecutive defeats? So who currently holds the record for the most consecutive defeats? Question 3. Aguero! Everyone knows who scored the goal that gave City the title in 2012, but who was the assist from? So Aguero scored the goal that gave City the title in 2012, but where did the assist come from? Question 4. How many clubs have lifted the Premier League trophy? So how many different clubs have lifted the Premier League trophy? Question 5. Former legendary German international Jurgen Klinsmann had 2 spells with which Premier League club? So former legendary German international Jurgen Klinsmann even had 2 spells with which Premier League club? Question 6. Barclays and Barclaycard were 2, but what is the name of the other only title sponsor? So there's only been 3. Barclays and Barclaycard were 2, but what was the name of the other title sponsor? Question 7. What was the name of the ill-fated highlights show that ITV put out when they won the rights from BBC? Used to put it on at 7 o'clock in the evening. Realised their mistake. So what was the name of the ill-fated highlight show that ITV put out when they won the rights from the BBC? Question 8. How many clubs have competed in every single season of the Premier League? So how many clubs have competed in every single season in the Premier League? Question number 9. Of the 22 teams that started the first ever Premier League season, only 1 team is no longer in existence. Name that team. So of the 22 teams that started the first ever Premier League season, 1 team is no longer in existence. So name that team. And finally, question 10. What team was on the receiving end of Manchester United's 9-0 win? So question 10. What team was on the receiving end of Manchester United's 9-0 win? Okay, and if you've been following these specialist quizzes, you know what's coming next. All you need to do is pause the video and you'll be able to put your answer. I can't talk tonight. Pause the video now. And there we go. Right, we're back again while I find my words. So hopefully you've paused it long enough for yourselves to have a think about some of your answers. And let's go through them, 1 to 10, starting with number 1. So which manager said this? And I tell you what, I'd love it if we beat them. Love it. I bet he regretted it. It was Kevin Keegan. Never played mind games with Alex Ferguson. Question 2. Who currently holds the record for the most defeats in a row? It's Derby County with 32. So if they do get promoted at any point, that record will still be there. Question 3. Aguero. Everyone knows who scored the goal that gave City the title in 2012. But who gave the assist? It was Mario Balotelli. Question 4. How many clubs have lifted the Premier League trophy? So you can have a point for each of these. It's 6. Sorry, I didn't ask you to name them. So no, it's not a point for each of these. It's just... no, forget that. Yeah, so it's just a point if you got the number right. So it's 6. Just so you know who they were. Manchester United, Chelsea, Manchester City, Arsenal, Blackburn Rovers and Leicester. Question 5. Former German international Jurgen Klinsmann had 2 spells with which Premier League club? It was Tottenham Hotspur. Question 6. Barclays, Barclaycard were 2. But what was the name of the other title sponsor? It was Carling. Question 7. What was the name of the ill-fated highlight show that ITV put out when they won the rights from the BBC? It was called The Premiership. Well, we're glad we've got Match of the Day back. Question 8. How many clubs have competed in every single season of the Premier League? Again, there were 6. So 6 clubs have competed in every single season so far of the Premier League. I'll give you them just in case you wanted to know. It is Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham and Everton. Question 9. Of the 22 teams that started the first season, only one team is no longer in existence. Name that team. It's Wimbledon. So both MK Dons and AFC Wimbledon agreed that neither has claim to the original Wimbledon, and as such, neither claim their history from 2007. So Wimbledon no longer exist. And finally, question 10. What team was on the receiving end of Manchester United's 9-0 win? It was Ipswich Town. So that is your 10 questions on today's quiz, the Premier League years. How have you got on? Let us know on Facebook. The comments will be switched back on for this video. I don't put them on for the kids quiz, so if you're wondering where they were yesterday, I don't switch the comments on for the kids quiz because the video is made for kids. So yeah, how have you got on? Have you enjoyed this one? Is it something that you were all waiting for? Let me know either in the comments or over on all of our social media platforms. All the links and everything are underneath. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. We put these quizzes up pretty much every day, and we go live on a Thursday and a Saturday night with the big virtual pub quiz live. So if you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that way that you'll always make sure that you get we let you know. Obviously they'll let you know when we put a new quiz up, so you'll never miss one of the quizzes. And if you are new, this is it. It's the least professional quiz you'll ever see. I don't try to hide it at all. And we're just here to have a laugh, enjoy ourselves, and try and make some of this madness that's going on at the moment. So thank you as always for your support. Tomorrow's quiz will be back to the 60s. I'm looking forward to that. I've already written that, so I'm looking forward to sharing that. We've already done the 80s and the 70s. Got back to the 60s. 90s is coming hopefully next week. I've just got a couple of bits to do. So thank you very much for your support as always, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe.